Hello, my friends. It's good to be with you again today. And it's a beautiful day here, but it's Saturday morning. I'd like you to remember the people of Louisiana and Mississippi where the hurricane's moving in sometime tomorrow, probably. Let's keep them in our prayers. But today I want to talk to you about something else. I've titled this Two Rockers and a Swing. And you may wonder, what in the world is he talking about? Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. I remember when I was little, uh, before my teen years, that my granddad on his back porch had an old oak rocker. And I can still remember my granddad sitting in that rocker and holding me and us rocking on the back porch and just sort of enjoying being together. And that rocker's been passed down through my family, and it's mine now. I remember when my grandkids were really small that I had it on my back patio, and I would take them out there with me, and I'd rock them in it, and I'd hum to them, or I'd sing to them Rock of Ages or Amazing Grace. And the funny thing is, the family got to calling me the baby whisperer because I could take my grandkids out there and rock them, and no matter how upset they were or whatever, they just calm down, just being held close. And those are some of my best memories at this point. The second rocker is a small rocker for a toddler. And it's also an old oak rocker, and it belonged to my dad when he was little. It got passed down. I actually have a picture of myself when I was probably somewhere between 1 and 2 years old, sitting in that rocker and rocking out in the yard. I have that rocker now, and I have a picture of my youngest grandson, Jake, in that rocker. And when you look at it, it almost looks like me if you compare the two pictures. So we have things that are precious to us, that have been passed down through our family, that bring back sweet, sweet memories. Now you ask about the swing. My dad was a carpenter, and he built two porch swings, one for he and mom and one for me. And also have that hanging on my patio now, and I swing in it, and it brings back memories of dad. But the last photo I have of my dad and I together, we're sitting on his patio in that swing, swinging back and forth. And one of the things he said to me while we were sitting there was, you know, my time's coming. We have to be ready. So we can talk about things that are precious to us, things that mean a lot to us, and things that are passed down through the family. But the greatest thing that has been passed down through my family on both my mom's side and my dad's side is a love for the Lord and a love for the church and a love for the people of the church. At a really young age, I remember going to church with my parents. And if the church doors were open on Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night for prayer meeting, we were pretty much there. And as I grew up, probably like we all do, I sort of got away from that for a time, but I came back. And I have seen the same thing as I've passed that down to my children. My son is married. His wife was brought up in a Christian family, and now they're bringing up their children that same way to teach them the love of Christ, the love of the Lord, what they do, what they need to do to be saved. Had some great news this past weekend. My daughter got engaged, and it's always a lot of joy, but always a little bit of a tear in the eye for dad because his little girl's got somebody else in her life now. There's another man in her life all of a sudden. But the man that she is going to marry has been brought up the same way. We know his parents, they are fine Christian people. He's also a Christian, and they attend church together now. So the point of this whole discussion today is, what kind of legacy are you leaving behind? You know, when I'm dead and gone, other than family, probably nobody will remember me or know my name. But I'm passing on a legacy through my family. I'm passing on a legacy of loving the Lord, of spending time in church, of working for the Lord. And this is the thing that we need to pass down. We can pass down rockers, we can pass down swings, we can pass down other mementos, we can pass down jewelry, whatever has a sentimental value for us. But the most important thing we can pass down to our children and to the next generation is love the Lord. Teach them the way of God. Teach them to read the Bible, to study, to pray. Teach them that the Lord is always there for them. As parents, we always try to be there for our children, but there's things that we can't prevent. And even when there are problems in their lives, we need to teach them that they can go to the Lord. They have a friend that's even closer than a parent can be. I want you to think about that this week. What kind of legacy are you leaving for your children? And will that legacy be passed down to future generations? There's nothing more important than being ready, like my dad said, when it's our time to go, so that we can spend eternity in heaven with our Lord Jesus Christ, the one that died for us. Hope you have a good week. I love you. Remember to pray for the people in Louisiana with the hurricane. Remember to pray for our troops and the others in Afghanistan that are even now trying to get out. Pray for their safety. Pray that they'll be able to get out of there. Love all of you, and hope to see you again next time.